Good morning, congregation.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And today I'm happy to share with you a message of God again. And our title today is about the man-made city, the Tower of Babel. But before we go further, let's bow and for the word of prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for this opportunity to share your message to every one of us here. Please God, leave my tongue to speak the truth and bless each one of us here to understand your message and put it into practice in our everyday life. For all of these things I ask in Jesus' holy name. Amen. So, our title today again is Man-Made City, the Tower of Babel. After the creation, God commanded humanity to be fruitful, multiply, and fill the earth. And again, after the floods, God commanded humanity to be fruitful, multiply, and fill the earth. But humanity refused to disobey God's command. And why? So Genesis 11 verses 1 to 9 will give us the answer. So let's explore together. Now let's go with me to the book of Genesis 11 verse 1. Genesis 11 verse 1. Now the whole earth had one language and the same words. So after the flood, all the descendants of Noah's family spoke one language, right? And the Bible tells us exactly that the whole earth spoke one language. So it's parallel. And we know that language is a common communication that people use for everyday conversation. And the conversation always comes first before anything else. Language is in the center of how we think, relate, and build society. Language is not just a tool, but language shapes, is shaping almost everything we do in our life, include culture, religion, understanding, and conversation. So when we have one language, we are united. We understand each other well, and then it is possible for us to do anything, right? Okay, now let's continue to Genesis 11, verse 2. Genesis 11, verse 2. Let's read with me. And as people moved to the east, they found a plain in the land of Shinar and settled there. According to the pattern in the Bible, journey east means they went out of the blessing of God. They went out of the presence of God. For example, after Adam and Eve fell into sin, they were driven out of the Garden of Eden, where cherubim were placed at the east of the garden to guard the exit and entrance of the garden, right? Okay, and after Cain killed his brother Abel, he went out of the blessing of God to the land of Nod, at the east of the Garden of Eden, where he built the city and committed adultery over there. And another person was Lot, the nephew of Abraham. After they had conflicts with each other about the land, right? And Abraham let Lot, his nephew, choose the land he preferred. And Lot chose the fertile plain in the east, near the city of Sodom. And the city of Sodom was very wicked and sinful. And the city that God judged and destroyed by raining the fire and burning sulfur from heaven. And yeah, of course, so moving east is out of the blessing of God, out of the presence of God. And now the text continues that they found a plain in the land of Shinar and settled there. So according to the biblical map, the land of Shinar was in the southern region of Mesopotamia, right? And in Mesopotamian culture, they were known of building ziggurats. It's not cigarette, it's ziggurats. Yeah. It is a huge structures there that they thought it bridged between heaven and earth. And they used it for the pagans worship as well. And the Bible continue that they settle in one place over there. Okay, they settle over there in the land of Shiloh. And it is a symbol that they disobey God's command, because God commanded them to spread out, right? But they settled there in one place together. They disobey God's command in that sense. And we know that, it is a unity that they settle together in one place. It is the unity. Unity is not sinful, but unity apart from God is a rebellion against God. Okay? Unity is not found in human achievements, but it is found in humble obedience to God. And to be united in God, we have to be rooted in Him. We have to be faithful and be humble, and we have to have humility over our pride. Now, let's go to the next verse, Genesis 11, verse 3. With me. Now I'm reading Genesis 11, verse 3. And they said to one another, "Come, let us make bricks and burn them thoroughly." And they had brick for stone and tar for mortar. Yes, so they were clever people, because they could make brick and tar during the time, and they also could burn the bricks thoroughly to make it strong enough to build a city, and the tower reached to the top. The top reached the heaven above. They came up with a system of building the city with a tower by using bricks for stone and tar for mortar that were naturally made by God. So it is a symbol that they depended on their own human efforts, but not dependent on God's. And the Bible tells us about Nimrod. Nimrod was the grandson of Noah, and he was a mighty hunter before the Lord. He's a mighty man. But the Jewish tradition connect Nimrod to the Tower of Babel and portray him as a tyrant and rebellious leaders and architect who led people to build the Tower of Babel in the purpose of